There are a lot of costs associated with buying a home, but what exactly are closing costs and how much can you expect to pay? That's what we're talking about today, and we're getting started right now. Thanks for joining. I'm Jonathan Schultz. I'm a local real estate agent here in Los Angeles with Rodeo Realty. We post new videos here every Wednesday about real estate and the local area. If that's something of interest to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you'll never miss a video. Also, stay tuned till the end of the video and learn about our Wine of the Week pick. One of the most common questions I get from clients looking to purchase is how much are closing costs. On average, home buyers pay between 2 and 3% of the purchase price in closing costs. Closing fees do vary from transaction to transaction based on the lender you choose, the sales price, the size of the mortgage, the loan type, the location, property taxes, homeowners association fees, etc. But we're going to review 8 of the biggest closing costs you can expect to pay based on a $1 million purchase. We used an even number, but if you're thinking of purchasing a more expensive or less expensive home, just multiply or divide based on the number or reach out to us so we can address your specific scenario. Number 1, escrow fees. In Los Angeles, escrow companies typically charge a base fee around $250 plus $2 to $2.50 per $1,000 of purchase price. You also want to plan for notary fees, document preparation fees, wire fees, loan servicing fees, etc. So on a $1 million purchase, expect to pay around $3,500 in escrow fees. In this market, sellers and buyers typically pay their own escrow fees, but everything's negotiable. If you want more information on how escrow works, we'll have a video linked above that you can check out. Number 2, title insurance. In Los Angeles, in this market, the buyer typically pays for the lender's title insurance policy. Title insurance is required by virtually all lenders for the face amount of their deed of trust, whether it's a purchase or a refinance. The title insurance premium varies, but may amount to less than 1% of the purchase price of the home and less than 10% of your total closing costs. The title policy is good for as long as you or your heirs own the property with the payment of only one premium. You can also expect to pay wire fees, endorsement fees, recording fees, etc. So on a $1 million purchase, expect to pay around $1,200 for title and recording fees. If you want to learn more about title insurance, we have another video that goes over that in depth that you can click above. Number 3, loan fees. Mortgage origination fees are paid to the mortgage company by the buyer for costs associated with underwriting the loan. A good estimate is about 0.5% to 1% of the loan amount. Lenders' fees vary from lender to lender, but home buyers in Los Angeles can expect these fees to total between $1,800 and $2,200. You'll also need to prepay your mortgage interest. This is the amount of interest due from the time of closing through the end of the month. The total depends on the size of your mortgage and the interest rate on your loan. Number 4, the appraisal fee. Before lending you the money to purchase a home, the lender will want to determine the value of the property, so the bank charges for hiring an appraiser, and that fee ranges between $500 to $1,000. Number 5, property taxes. At closing, buyers will pay prorated property taxes depending on when the transaction closes relative to seasonal property tax collection deadlines. If you choose to impound or escrow your property taxes along with your monthly payments, then in addition to proration, you'll have to fund your escrow account as well. Property taxes are approximately 1.25% of the purchase price. So on a $1 million property, you can expect to pay around $12,500 a year. To learn more about property taxes, check out the video linked above. Number 6, homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is the annual premium paid to protect the structure of the home as well as the contents inside. At the time of closing, you will prepay the first year's premium to have the policy in place. Insurance and liability insurance is required if you're getting a loan. If you are paying cash, it's not required but highly recommended. It's difficult to quote the cost without having a property in mind because it does depend on the size, age, construction location, etc. Insurance can range from about $2,000 a year on a smaller home or condo to about $25,000 a year on a large home where someone has a lot of assets and valuables. In California, earthquakes are prevalent, so you may want to look into earthquake insurance. It's not required, but price varies on the property. Fire insurance, especially in places in the hills, are typically required by the lender. This could be more expensive and more difficult to get depending on the location. If you're in a flood zone, insurance could be required by the lender as well. Number 7, inspections. When purchasing a home, you'll want to make sure everything is good with the home. So at bare minimum, you'll want to get a general inspection. General inspections are paid upfront at the time of service. General home inspection prices vary based on the size of the home. You can expect to pay between $500 for a smaller home and over $1,500 for a larger home. The general inspector will recommend other inspections based on the condition, and prices for those vary. If the property has a chimney, we recommend a chimney inspection, and it's about $350 per chimney. We also recommend a sewer line inspection for a single family home. The inspector checks the sewer line from the main connection at the house all the way to the city connection. You want to check that out because cracks, breakage, or other root intrusion could cause issues later on that could be costly. If there's clean out access, a sewer inspection will cost about $250. If there isn't a clean out access, the price will vary. Number 8, Homeowners Association fees. If you're purchasing a condo, townhouse, or a single family home in certain communities, you may have monthly Homeowners Association fees. At closing, you'll need to pay a prorated amount for the Homeowners Association fee, as well as next month's HOA fees, depending on what the HOA rules outline. To recap everything we discussed, on a $1 million purchase, you can expect to pay approximately $3,500 in escrow fees, $1,200 in title fees, between $5,000 and $10,000 in mortgage origination fees, plus $1,800 to $2,200 for lender fees, $500 to $1,000 for an appraisal, prorated property taxes at the rate of about $1,050 per month depending on your closing date, homeowners insurance premium for 1 year, a minimum of $500 for home inspections, and HOA fees if applicable. There's no need to memorize all this. If you work with us, we'll always get you a written estimate prior to making an offer so you know what to expect for your specific property. If you would like more information about buyers' closing costs or the home buying and selling process, feel free to reach out to me or comment below with any questions you may have. All of our information is in the description below, and I will be honored to help you with your next real estate transaction. We are going to close out with our Wine Wednesday Wine of the Week, and this week's wine is Ben Marco Expressivo. This wine is a blend of Malbec and Cabernet Franc from the Mendoza region in Argentina. This is a full-body wine with a taste of raspberry and plum. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back here next Wednesday. Cheers.